Buddy, welcome to our Community Challenge Explainer video. My name is Alex Ryder, and I'm here today with Riley Stockton to walk you through everything you'll need to know to connect and compete. Starting off, we are going to go through the registration process. When you go to our Community Challenge webpage, again, that's communitychallengewa.com, you'll be able to see this great webpage with all the information up at the top. To register now, there's two different options. You can see at the bottom, there's a button that says register now. You can also click that blue button up at the top that says register. Once we hit that button, we're going to fill out some information about ourselves. If you have already signed up for Charity Footprints, there is an option to log back in, but we are a new user here, so we're just going to fill out all our information, our first name, last name, email, and create a password. After we have done that, we are now going to start selecting our activity type. We have a few options, whether we want to walk, run, or roll our way through the challenge. What's our goal of how many miles we'd like to compete? We can also see that underneath that, it gives you a heads up of about how many steps each of those miles in distance are. And then, of course, the one thing to note is for those of you who are Special Olympics athletes, you make sure you're selecting that free registration there. Again, that's for those Special Olympics athletes out there. Make sure you're selecting that free registration. Also, our t-shirt size selection option. And then here on the right side, we have selected that we are part of the SOA athlete or family category, and a few other options if you'd like to add additional members to your team. Now we jump into a little bit about yourself. We have two options. First off, we can either select one of those pre-avatars that are already built into the system. There's also an option there that's upload your profile picture if you'd like to put a customized image of yourself. Finally, make sure you submit your mailing address. That's so we can make sure we get you all the information that you need, but make sure you fill out that mailing address. Next up, we have setting our fundraising goals. Now you are all signed up. You're good to go. Go ahead and set your fundraising target. How much money would you like to raise throughout this campaign? And any appeal to donors. Do you have a special message that you would like to say? Any special message about your experience here with us at Special Olympics Washington that would really highlight what it is that we do and what your experience has been with us? This is a great place to put that. Next up, you can select your team. Maybe you already have some friends, family members that have already started a team. In this option where the arrow is pointing, you're going to be able to select a drop-down list and actually join the team that you would like to be a participant of. You can also create your own team at this category and then invite your friends to join you. At this point, you're able to invite any potential donors. You can see there's a little email box. So if you just want to put in those email addresses of those people you'd like to send it out to, the system will automatically send an email for you. You can also put your personal message to those that you're inviting to donate. You can write a personalized message from yourself, just inviting them to support us here at Special Olympics Washington. Finally, with that page, you can also invite your friends to join you. Would you like to have some friends joining you along the way in participating in the Community Challenge? This is exactly where you can do that. Again, go ahead and put those emails in that box right there. Make sure you separate them with a comma. And then you can invite your friends, family members to join you in the Community Challenge. They can either join your team or they can start their own team. That leads us to our homepage. Now we are completely registered. We are good to go. We are in the Community Challenge. We are at our homepage now, which has tons of great information, some ways to chat with other individuals in the competition, as well as some ways to track your miles and actually connect and compete throughout this challenge. I'm going to let Riley talk about the next steps on our homepage and how to log activities.
Perfect. Thank you, Alex. So this is the homepage. One of the exciting things about this challenge is the chat box. As you can see, the chat box is to the left, and that will pop up when you log in. You can see the progress made by your friends, family, and everybody competing in the Community Challenge. Right at the bottom left-hand corner there, you can click the X if you don't want to see the chat anymore, and that will also be the button to make sure it pops back up. One of the cool features, as you can see in the top right-hand corner, is the toolbar. There's a lot of different places you can go off of the toolbar, one being the individual leaderboard. One note about the leaderboard is that you will be competing for footprints. So that will be a combination of dollars raised and miles walked, ran, or rolled. To give you a little more info, 1 mile covered is equal to 50 footprints, and $1 raised is equal to 25 footprints. So you can see where you are on the leaderboard in all three categories to figure out how you're doing against the other people competing in this challenge. An awesome feature that's available in the community challenge is our scrapbook. Our scrapbook is a social media platform where you can post your pictures of your walking, your rolling, or your other activities and cheer people on. As you can see, there's people here with a couple thumbs up. And on the left-hand side is where you'd upload the picture and give it a little description. Now, how do you log your activities or your miles? So in the top toolbar, you can see the orange button, the log activity. There you'll go to upload an activity. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. If you are just walking, running, or rolling, you'll put activity type miles, enter the number of miles you went, and then you put when you started and what time you finished. A little trickier is if you're adding other activities. Another great part of this challenge is it's not just walking, it's not just running, it's not just rolling. You're able to do any of the sports listed to the right, so basketball, cycling, hiking, etc., and add that in as an activity. As you can see here, if you are putting basketball as an activity type, you will then put the number of minutes and then make sure you put your start date and time to submit your activity. Another important part of this challenge, especially if you have a device that can link, go to the devices page in that toolbar and link one of those devices that are available. So, I know we use Strava for the Stay Fit Challenge, Fitbit, Garmin, any of those, you can log in so you can track your miles on that device and it will automatically go to your community challenge page. So after you exit, after you register and log all your activities, how you get back into the community challenge webpage is you go back to our communitychallengewad.com webpage, as you can see there. Click on the toolbar and go down to the bottom where it says login. There you'll put the email and password that you registered with, and then so after you exit, after you register and log all your activities, how you get back into the community challenge webpage is you go back to our communitychallengewad.com webpage, as you can see there. Click on the toolbar and go down to the bottom where it says login. There you'll put the email and password that you registered with, and then you'll be back to the home page where you can check the leaderboard, log more activity, or participate in the chat or the scrapbook. So with that is the high-level overview of the community challenge. If you have any questions, please visit our athlete hotline, which is 206-681-9362. Thank you so much for listening, and I can't wait to see you on the path across Washington.